The purpose of this video is to make you realize that beauty is in fact not something we are born with, but something that is found, cultivated, and developed. There are millions of beautiful women walking on this earth. You can take a look at the Miss World competitions that happen each year. In all continents, countries, cities, towns, and villages, there are plenty of beautiful women. However, I have always wanted to know what makes women like Marilyn Monroe or Monica Bellucci stand out from the rest. Is it in fact their physical beauty that we see and admire, or is it something else? So I believe that beauty is something we can become and also something we can master. Like a painting that keeps being perfected for 20 years before it's finished. And beauty is one of my highest values, and I want to keep walking towards it just like I keep walking towards wisdom, health, truth, and other values that I have. And in today's video, I will attempt to provide a response to the question I have raised. What makes women like Monica Bellucci or Marilyn Monroe stand out from the rest? What makes them the most beautiful women of our century? And what exactly is the charm that they exude? And I think this is the combination of all the elements that I will share with you in today's video. Point number one is mastered inner beauty / sadness. I think this is exactly the inner beauty that shines through Marilyn Monroe and Monica Bellucci. It is the inner beauty that is multiplying the effect of the pretty face and the alluring body. And in case of Marilyn Monroe, it was her tremendously tragic life she had, the sad events, the broken heart, broken dreams. It is all her failures and the things that made her fight and start becoming the person she always wanted. It is also a great way to remind you your traumatic past, all the worst things that happened to you. You can carry them as a badge of honor. The worst moments you overcame, the depression you overcame, or the sadness that you still carry. It is a part of you. Long time ago, someone told me, the sadness we hold is carving a depth in us. The deeper it is, like a wine glass, will be able to hold the happiness and all the beauty in the world. And this is exactly what I see in Monica Bellucci and Marilyn Monroe. Both of them have that depth to them. It is the sadness that adds depth, and I think this is a good invitation to start embracing all emotions in us. The sadness is a beautiful emotion and it makes us more beautiful. And so once again, let's carry our failures and hard times as a Miss of the World crown on our head. They certainly decorate you and help you become more beautiful. All your scars, they in fact are your decorations. So never forget that and never try to erase them. Point number two is to embrace the opposite qualities in you. I think that in case of Marilyn Monroe and Monica Bellucci, and also in terms of many other movie characters I have done analysis on my channel, the opposite qualities held in one person are very attractive. The traumatic past of Marilyn Monroe and her childlike sensitivity and innocence put together with her sensual allure, the powerful seductive siren energy in her, I believe it made an irresistible mix. You see, when you are able to notice two different qualities in one person, it gives a very intriguing results. It is like it is very hard to grasp the person. And you want to call this person innocent, but then you see her seductive and siren-like qualities. Or when you want to call this person seductive and a femme fatale type, but then you notice that innocence. And I think this is very alluring. And Monica Bellucci also is the queen of embracing opposite qualities. She has her dark, mysterious allure and a very pretty girl-like face. She embraces the light femininity and she embraces her mysterious dark side. And I truly believe that we should not really try and copy the qualities of Marilyn Monroe or Monica Bellucci, but we should find the opposite qualities in us and embrace the entirety of our being. Get to know yourself and then embrace who you are. Let the full beauty that is stored in you shine. Point number 3 is to embrace your shadow. Dark feminine energy versus light feminine energy. I believe that the dark feminine energy is the missing factor in attractiveness in many women and people in general. And I believe that both men and women should embrace their darker side. I think that the dark energy, similarly to the sadness in us, gives us depth. And in Marilyn Monroe's example, the extremely sensual and sexual part of her was her dark side. The little innocent person mixed with this dark feminine energy in her was an irresistible mixture. And I think the same is visible in case of Monica Bellucci phenomenon too. She mentioned in many of her interviews that she liked to take part in the dark movies. She said it was a way for her to embrace her own dark side, aka the shadow. She also mentioned her attraction to darker topics and art. And I think this is a very irresistible factor. The full of mystery and lurking in the shadow part of her personality. And we can certainly observe her dark side played out in all the roles that she took. And I truly believe that the attraction to darkness and therefore the continuous development of the side makes her truly irresistible. Point number 4 is knowledge and wisdom. And it is true that both ladies are known for their brains. And Marilyn Monroe is only known for her brains by the people who studied her story. The ones who know that she had in fact a very high IQ and the dumb bombshell role she often played was only a role and not a true representation of the real Marilyn. Marilyn Monroe has studied the topics of beauty and she has developed and mastered her own beauty. Monica Bellucci is also known for her brains. She speaks several languages and in fact her intelligence and wisdom is shown through her interviews. I think this is a truly important quality and another reminder to never stop developing our wisdom and to always keep broadening our knowledge. Point number 5 is femininity. Both Monica Bellucci and Marilyn Monroe are the queens of femininity. Marilyn Monroe said, "I don't mind being burdened with being glamorous and sexual. Beauty and femininity are ageless and can be contrived. And glamour, although the manufacturers won't like this, cannot be manufactured. Not real glamour. It is based on femininity." And while both women's embodiment of this energy is completely different, we can definitely say that those two women carried this energy very well. Both of them embrace elegant and feminine clothes, lingerie, and perfumes. They mastered the art of femininity to perfection. Marilyn Monroe was the queen of femininity of her time. Her famous quote says, "One of the best things that ever happened to me is that I am a woman." And I also truly enjoy the more mature woman look on Monica Bellucci right now. I think she ages gracefully and her charm and femininity never stops shining. It also matches what Marilyn Monroe said. "I feel that beauty and femininity are ageless." And indeed, Marilyn Monroe never had a chance to grow old. But Monica Bellucci is a true representation of the Marilyn Monroe quote. And as I already said in another video, the sole presence of elegant, intriguing, and mysterious 60 years old Monica Bellucci would beat any presence of any 20-year-old Miss of the world. And on a final note then, I invite you to see your own beauty in you and also the infinite possibility to master it to that level.